It would create fun EU versus NA matches. In my opinion, I think that diamond level play is about the same on every server. That's my opinion. It is true that top EU ladder is stronger than top NA ladder. That's a fact, but a lot of times they'll use that as ammo to feel like as a EU ladder player that you are now better than every single person who has queued on the NA server. Which it can be a pretty fun feeling. Wow, I'm just that good? Dang, he's streaming. I just woke up. I haven't been streaming for super long. I was doing videos before I went live. So my workday is not all streaming today. It was secret project into Brunt Warrior PvP how-to in BC, into Shadow Labs Heroic Guide, Shattered Halls Heroic Guide, and Black Morass Heroic Guide. So we knocked out 3 of the hardest heroics. Shadow Labs isn't super hard, but there are definitely a lot of things that can go wrong. Shattered Halls is ouch. Ouch time. Do you have a video of this opening build order? Use the builds command. I think that might get you kind of close to it. This is Lambo's build. Maybe if you search Lambo's ZvT, he does an opener that's like this. What's up, Ono? I see too. How are you doing? Where did the drone go? What? Heck, it might not make it there in time. Survive, drone! Survive! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Making drones and overlords now. Drones and drones. I'll try to talk through some of it here, some of the build. I'm gonna get my second queen in the main. Opponent's doing pretty well with their Reaper. Good job, dude. And may have overlorded by 1. That's better than being supply blocked though. I'm still just droning. 3:30, I'm refilling the gas in the main. Setting the main rally point back to the main. Okay. 50 overlord, drone. Okay, now Ling speed is done. I want to make a big round of Lings so I don't die to a few Hellions. I can even do this just to anchor my base a little bit. Give me a partial wall that I can use. I'm gonna get a lair at around 420 to 430. There we go. And then 430, 1 spore per base. We're still just droning up. I'll get my other Evo here. I don't wanna... Here, there's fine. 430, spore. Creep, inject, drone, overlord. 1 Ling at each 3rd base location. Okay. I see SCV going over there. It could be a super fast third. So I'll scout. Oh, it's a 2-1-1. Oh, with a low ground third CC? Okay, this is going to be pretty aggressive. I need to make a lot of lanes. I need to make sure all my queens are teamed up. And I can move my spores to more of a 2-1-1 defense position. One, Bane speed. Making overlords now. Get Bane speed when I can. I'm gonna try to get a fourth when I can. I have this macro hatch, hotkey it. Queens inject. Could be baiting me into a mine, but I don't think so. Sending 2 lings to go double check that that base was taken. Making all drones here for a second. Yeah, building that on the low ground is kind of weird. We'll just creep as far as we can. I'm gonna make a few Banes in case they hit a really aggressive timing. The third medevac could be here soon. Feeling that gas. And I'm getting close to the period here where the opponent could send their second medevac. This is a nice run by for me. Really good disruption. Now I want to drone this fourth. Saturate these gases. These queens need to reestablish this creep. And then they can inject this and then meet over here. This is the rendezvous point. That's only 1 medevac of stuff. I'm going to keep this stuff over here. 1-1 is about to finish. Okay, good defense there. Let's get 2-2. I'm going to keep droning this. Just throw a transfuse at it. Let's move this spore over here too. Let's get these units on a separate hotkey. And now I'm supply blocked beyond all reason, but we pretty much have the economy that we want. Which means I can start massing overlords. Get up to 200 supply. I think there's a mine here. Or there was. I'll reestablish this creep. Making more lings now. I thought I made a Hydra Den, but I forgot to. Oops. Let's get a 5th base. Marine there. Bane's trying to go in. So this is the brick strat, where there's no gas at the third. So they get 1 ling for that mine hit, which is good for me. Let's just get these Banes through if we can. Going around this way. Okay, that's really good. We take that. Now I can make Hydras, which are more larva efficient units than lings. I'm creeping this. We've got detection and stuff here. Notice I saturated that for minerals but not gas, because Hydraling Bane is really mineral hungry, but it's not that gas hungry. Could have microed that better. It's not too bad though. These Banes could still get a decent connection here. Nice, and they killed the thing. The bunker. Let's get some detection here. Check our... Shit. Do you ever just have a match that you're like, okay, we're fighting, we're doing stuff, and then they just disconnect from the game? Startles me. Who needs scary games? Just get jump scares from opponents, sudden disconnects. How did you realize it was a 2-1-1? I saw the double Medivac Marine shooting at my Ling. How did you not scout with the first Overlord but knew that they were doing for like the first 5 minutes? There, I'll show you. Early game Zerg versus Terran, how to know what's going on. I will show you now. StarCraft 2 is a spooky game, it's true. The Baneling assist wall. The oh crap, now our Banes are stuck in a corner. We can't get them out wall. Yeah, they were all stuck right here. That was a tough situation. I will walk you through the early game and what I scouted. The Overlord goes across. I see an SCV scout. I see or assume a base and I just sit here. Why is this a good spot? Because if Hellions drive this way, I can see them, and if they drive this way, I can see them. So I'm placing an Overlord to guard the exit from the base. In addition, if there's a Medivac or a Liberator that goes toward me, this has a good chance of seeing it. So this is the outside the Terran's territory Overlord placement. But how did I know that it's 2-1-1? I see Reaper. I'm droning up. Just doing macro stuff right now. My production tab is drones, Ling speed Overlord. And then I'm making a round of Lings, making a partial wall. And then, boom, it's 4 minutes 30. And I've not seen a single Hellion shooting my creep. This is a light bulb situation because creep is really good for Zerg and Terran uses Reaper Hellion to manage creep in the early game. So why would Terran not do that? A couple reasons. One, they don't know that you should do that, so they just don't prioritize it. Two would be they're being really greedy and they're just trying to macro up and take a super early third CC and be cautious with the Hellions. Or three, they're going for a Marine opening and they can't manage the creep tumors, otherwise they would die. So I'm just droning up. I would do this regardless of whether they're going Hellions or Marines for the opening. I'm just getting my macro stuff. You need Evos, you want a Bane nest. If you want to play Ling Bane, you need a lair. That's where tech is. My Overlord's still just chilling there. You can look at the mini-map, see him lighting up that spot. And now, I was kind of concerned, because it's like 450 and I've seen nothing but a Reaper and an SCV scout. So I sent one Ling to each potential third. And I'll show you what I saw with that. I'm still creeping up, injecting up. I see an SCV go over there, which is kind of like, what? What? And then, look at this. Oh God! Now we know it's 2-1-1, because it's double Medivac Marine, and this setup is 2-1-1. What do I have right now? I have 15 Lings, which I want to make 16 Lings anyway, and one of them probably died. So 15 Lings. If I want to fight this, I need 30 Lings and some Queens, but this Overlord is very generously giving up its life, so I know what the build is. So I can make another Overlord, or two. And then after the cycle of drones, production tab, I can make some Lings. I want to have Queens and about 30 Lings to prevent this Medivac Marine from killing me. This build used to be really, really common. It was like the way that all Terrans played for a span of what felt like 2 years. It got kind of boring at a point. But it fell off and now Hellion openers are more popular, but this is still a valid opener that Terran can go for. And once they have this, they can use it to either look for damage and try to shave off some Queens, maybe take a good trade with Lings if they can. But they're just picking up whatever is around my territory, killing an Overlord. And I'm just droning up doing my macro stuff. And I did want to double check what was happening at the third base. So I have my Queens and my Lings together. I don't want to overcommit off creep or anything. I just want to reestablish the creep that they messed up. And then I just sent a couple Lings over to that third to confirm that they are actually taking it. And I was curious if they were building one on the high ground and flying it down, or if they're building it on the low ground. And the Ling went down there, and I checked with my camera briefly, and I could see that it wasn't completed yet, so they did build it on the low ground. And after the first 2 medevacs, you have to mentally prepare for the chance that they send 2 medevacs on either side. They could just, after the first 2 medevac marine, they just add in more medevac marine, and then now they're attacking with more in one spot. But they could 2 medevac marine on this side of the map, and then 1 medevac on the other side. So I want to be ready to divide my Lings into 2 groups, and I already preemptively did that. I have 13 Lings on this key, and then I have 36 units here. 1 is an Overseer, the rest are Lingbane. I also moved my spores around my bases to be able to defend drops more so than Banshee, because I know it's double medevac marine. Split off some Lings there to absorb the mine hits and then deal some damage. And I'm just spreading creep and getting ready to drone my 4th behind this. Notice this. This is a really important thing that most players mess up if you're below GM. And that's, you see this, how it has 15 out of 16? A lot of players will take gases at their 3rd at this time, but that's a mistake. You're crippling yourself if you take your gases here, because then you go down to 13 workers, and then you fill them, and you're down to like 6 or something. It's really bad. So what I do here is I drone my 3rd base up until it looks like 22. And that's when you take the gases. Look at that. That's beautiful. It went up to 24, and then I took 2 gases, and then I fill it whenever. And now it's perfect. Perfect. Why did I take the 4th there? Isn't the top better? I'm the boss. On the map, you're establishing dominance. And I'm expanding this way because I do what I want. And it's my opponent's job to contest that. Also, I've seen Cyril do it. But yeah. You could expand either way. This is maybe the more defensive location, but you also give the Terran a nice rock to use against you. They could put their tanks here, and then they have their bio shooting up here, and it's really annoying to get around the bio to the tanks. Whereas this area, this is open as heck. Look at this. Like, where do they put the tanks here? If they put them here, you have a nice little blap angle here. And then you can also potentially run around and then flank from here, because this is a pretty wide area. This is a super open area. So this 4th, to me, it feels better. Yeah, it's a little bit closer to the Terran's base, but if they're expanding to here, then they can just parade all of their bio up here and push into this space really comfortably. From here, they have to parade through all of this and then have a setup in a really open area here. And that creates a natural opening where you can kind of stab at their reinforcements, or you can set up a flank where you hit from here and here at the same time. So that's basically why I take this 4th base as opposed to the other one. But a fair general rule you could do would be to just take the base that has more creep at it. Consistency is probably the most important thing, where you develop a habit of where your 4th base is and you just keep up with that, because that requires less critical thinking on the spot. We're creeping it up, and now I control this watchtower, and by controlling this watchtower, I clearly secure my 4th. And then now we're just too far ahead because I did a Bane run by. And the opponent is dead. And that's basically a ZvT, where my main edge was getting ahead in economy, and then defending my economy, and splitting my units to be able to defend drops in 2 locations, and then splitting off some Banes. The splitting off of the Banes was really how I wounded my opponent so that I could just A-move. I didn't show that, but I'll try to skim through and find that. What's up, Shanksta? How you doing? Terran attacked from that side and cleared the creep. Yeah, that would be another reason I don't have that much creep over here. So this was the Bane play, I think. Was this the play? I did a couple different Bane jabs at this. Okay, that one didn't actually deal damage. But then I fall back here, I make them in the grass. And then these ones, let's just see what it kills. So I've killed 6. So yeah, the Terran is now effectively dead. All we have to do is max out and then go attack him. Isn't it risky to react when the Terran is pushing out? When your first Overlord died? What do you mean, react? Like when your first Overlord dies and you go like, ah! Is that risky? Or do you mean react as in make 15 more lings so you have 30? The 7th book of Sun Tzu. Blah!